think the most important thing is going to be the platform. Now, this has kind of been an epiphany for me because I first thought, as a consumer guy, I thought, well, you know, if we just find the right set of applications and people just see the value in that, then we're on our way.
Ford and Toyota dealerships are closing down, and this massive shakeup is completely transforming how we purchase cars. It's setting off a chain reaction of changes that everyone in the industry is scrambling to keep up with. So, what does this mean for you? Are we about to see a drop in car prices, making them more accessible to everyday folks? Or could this new model bring about unexpected hurdles that might shake up the entire car buying landscape for worse? And why does this matter? Well, let's talk about what's actually happening here. Ford and Toyota, two colossal forces in the car manufacturing arena, are making waves by switching to a direct-to-consumer sales model. Now, this isn't just some flashy business move cooked up in a boardroom. It reflects a much larger trend rippling across the industry. The old-fashioned way of buying cars, where a dealership was your only option, feels increasingly out of touch with today's consumers. With the explosion of online shopping and the rapidly changing desires of buyers, the traditional dealership model is beginning to seem like an outdated practice. Now, you might be asking yourself, what does this direct-to-consumer shift mean for me personally? Well, let's break it down step by step so you can wrap your head around it. See, what this means is no middlemen, no back and forth haggling with salespeople, just a straightforward process designed to make your life easier and potentially save you some cash in the long run. But before we plunge deeper into this topic, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any exciting new video. So what's in it for you? And what the heck is DEC in the first place? Well, imagine a world where purchasing your next car means buying directly from the manufacturer instead of facing the often stressful and overwhelming process of negotiating with car dealerships. Remember I said no more haggling with salespeople trying to play their games, and definitely no more sneaky hidden fees lurking around. Just think about it. Now the buying journey is more streamlined and transparent, one that really puts you, the customer, firmly in control of the steering wheel. But the move toward direct-to-consumer sales isn't solely about making your life easier. It's also about empowering you, the savvy shopper, to take charge of your own purchase. Imagine being able to tailor your car exactly the way you envision it, customizing every detail to suit your taste, instead of settling for whatever happens to be sitting on the lot. Plus, think about the freedom you will have to browse and compare prices right from the cozy confines of your own home, all while avoiding the pressure of a salesperson breathing down your neck. The advantages of this direct-to-consumer revolution don't stop there. Imagine yourself exploring a virtual showroom filled with an endless variety of options. You can scroll through all the possibilities and see all the prices without ever stepping foot in a physical dealership. No more worrying about feeling rushed or overwhelmed by a salesperson trying to close the deal. This is your time. It's just you, your thorough research, and the ideal car you've always dreamed about, all available at your fingertips. And let's not overlook the potential cost savings that could be in store for you. By cutting dealerships out of the equation, Ford and Toyota aim to pass those savings directly to you, the consumer. Can you imagine driving away with a brand new set of wheels without the headache of marathon negotiations or the worry of hidden fees creeping in? It's truly a dream come true, especially for anyone who's ever felt like they got stuck with the short end of the stick during the traditional car buying experience. However, we need to recognize that there might be more swirling around this decision than merely catering to our needs as consumers. The reality is that both Ford and Toyota have their own interests and motives driving this strategy. It's essential to realize that there are three significant reasons behind this bold and transformative decision by these automotive giants that influence what comes next in this changing landscape. So let's start breaking it down with the first one. Big data, big motive. In the fast-paced digital age we live in, where information flows like currency, the significance of data cannot be overstated. This truth rings especially loud in the automotive industry, where major players like Ford and Toyota are seizing the incredible potential of customer data to ignite innovation and maintain their competitive edge. It's honestly fascinating to see how these companies are evolving. Now, let's be real for a second. Nobody enjoys the thought of being monitored or treated like just another statistic. Yet the reality is that gathering priceless insights from consumers has become a total game changer for automakers. In today's world where digital presence dominates, data has taken on the role of the new oil. It's a valuable asset that, when cleverly refined and utilized, can provide outstanding competitive advantages. Just imagine how much information Ford and Toyota can collect by engaging with their customers throughout every stage of the sales process and even further. From the preferences customers showcase when configuring their cars online to the intricate paths they navigate during their purchase journeys, this first-party data acts as a golden key. It opens a treasure chest of insights into what consumers truly want, how they behave, and where they might hit roadblocks along the way. And the thing is, the insights gathered from how customers specify their vehicles online could hugely influence automakers' decisions regarding future product designs and features. Picture the transformative potential of this level of customer-centric intelligence on the vehicles of tomorrow. Cars crafted specifically to cater to the changing demands and preferences of modern drivers. But wait, don't think we're done exploring the benefits yet. The data collected about browsing habits and purchase journeys serves to optimize the digital sales funnel in remarkable ways. This optimization ensures that the entire customer experience flows smoothly, operates efficiently, and is precisely tailored to meet each individual's unique needs. Now let's shine a light on the insights that come from post-purchase data. This is where the real excitement occurs, by keeping a close eye on how vehicles are used and the level of satisfaction reported by customers. Automakers can gather invaluable intel. This information can influence everything from design choices for future models to targeted marketing campaigns that truly resonate. Just imagine the level of personalization and responsiveness an automaker could achieve by genuinely understanding how customers experience their products in everyday life. Now, before we wrap this up, let's dive into the additional motivations behind why they're shifting towards a direct-to-consumer model. There's certainly a lot more brewing in the background that deserves our attention. Let's talk about the second reason for all of this. Efficiency. Recently, Jim Farley dropped a jaw-dropping revelation that has everyone buzzing in the automotive industry. He pointed out that sticking with the traditional dealership model is costing Ford an astounding $2,000 more on each vehicle than what Tesla is achieving with their sleek, dealer-free sales strategy. You might be thinking, where on earth is all that money going? Well, get ready for this. Roughly 2/3 of that hefty expense is essentially vanishing into thin air, spent on costly advertising campaigns and keeping unsold cars parked on dealership lots. It's almost like throwing cash out the window while paying rent for cars that just sit there, soaking up the sun and showing off instead of hitting the open road. Now, let's switch gears and sprinkle in some good news, because Ford's latest and greatest models, the Mustang Mach-E and the Ford 150 Lightning, are flying off the virtual shelves like hotcakes, and they haven't even required a massive advertising blitz to do so. That's right, what we're discovering here is that when customers are genuinely thrilled about their vehicles, they turn into the best promoters a brand could ever ask for. Goodbye flashy commercials and hello authentic word of mouth. It's a simple yet incredibly effective way to boost reputation. However, here's where the plot thickens. Some dealerships are voicing concerns that sales of these popular cars aren't exactly booming as one might expect. In fact, many are currently facing a surplus of Mustang Mach-Es and Ford 150 Lightnings, with supply significantly outpacing demand. It appears that many electric vehicle enthusiasts are choosing to do their shopping online rather than making the trek to a physical dealership. Ford, clearly eager to replicate those initial sales surges, is making sure it doesn't get caught in a shortage when demand inevitably spikes again. So what's Ford's game plan moving forward? Instead of allowing this challenge to stall their electric vehicle momentum, the automaker is diving headfirst into ambitious investments aimed at tripling the production output of these electric vehicles. Sure, that sounds bold, but this strategy inadvertently leads to even more inventory piling up at dealership lots. In fact, some dealers are choosing to decline new vehicle allocations altogether. Now that's like adding fuel to an already blazing fire. Let's hit pause for a moment and peel back the layers of the traditional dealership model. It's no secret that maintaining dealerships translates to hefty costs associated with real estate expenses, management of inventory, and staffing requirements. All of these costs eventually trickle down to consumers, affecting the final price they end up paying. By cutting out the middleman, Ford and even Toyota could potentially reduce their distribution costs significantly. Now, just imagine the incredible possibilities. These savings could be utilized in multiple beneficial ways. For instance, they could offer consumers better pricing options, which would undoubtedly help Ford capture a larger market share. Alternatively, those funds might be reinvested into research and development, pushing the boundaries of innovation in electric vehicles vehicles as well as autonomous driving technology to spectacular new heights. Not to mention, we could also see a boost in profitability, which would delight shareholders and investors alike. Moreover, embracing this shift towards a direct-to-consumer model actually presents a golden opportunity for much more efficient inventory management. Instead of having vehicles just idly sitting on dealership lots, often mismatched with the actual local demand, this new approach could open up a world of possibilities. Think about a more nimble, build-to-order system where consumers can truly customize their vehicles according to their personal needs and preferences. This not only helps cut costs linked to overproduction and storage, but also empowers customers to get exactly what they want in their dream cars. But what's the third and final reason? Profit increase. Let's be totally honest for a moment. The traditional dealership model has been such a pain in the tailpipe for way too long. Think about it. Those never-ending negotiations, unclear pricing structures, and the high-pressure sales tactics have left us feeling more like prey in the wild than actual customers looking for a new car. But here's the thing. These automakers aren't just making this bold move on a whim. Nope. This shift is the culmination of a carefully thought-out strategy, aiming for greater control over the customer experience. And let's face it, maximizing their profit potential along the way. Back in the good old days, these automotive giants had very little influence over how their vehicles were displayed and sold to end consumers like you and me. This lack of control led to some serious inconsistencies in how brands were represented and how customers felt during their buying journeys. Picture this, you walk into a dealership to buy a brand new Ford, only to find that the salesperson is more interested in directing you towards a used Honda instead. Talk about a brand identity crisis. It was a confusing experience to say the least. Now, with this increased control over the entire customer journey from that first spark of interest to the purchase and even beyond to ownership and eventual repurchase, automakers can manage everything much more effectively. And if you dive deeper into the details, the true motivations behind this transition become crystal clear. Here is where it all makes sense. Imagine all the power at their fingertips. Information about how customers configure their vehicles online could play a pivotal role in future product development decisions. This means the cars of tomorrow can be customized to meet the changing needs and desires of the modern consumer. Plus, understanding browsing patterns and purchase journeys would help optimize the digital sales funnel, ensuring a smooth, frictionless experience that keeps customers coming back for more. And let's not overlook the post-purchase data. Seriously, that's where the real magic happens. While it might look like these automotive titans are just trying to make the car buying experience a little less painful, they're actually in the midst of a much larger game. It all revolves around data, the new currency that's set to drive the future of the automotive industry. By implementing direct-to-consumer strategies, Ford, Toyota, and their counterparts are gearing up to strike it rich while leaving their competitors visible only in the rearview mirror. You're probably thinking, why hasn't anyone tried this before? Truth is, there have been some earlier attempts. Getting serious about streamlining the vehicle acquisition process isn't exactly a brand new concept. However, it has gained real momentum in recent years, especially due to the global pandemic, which significantly changed the way we shop for absolutely everything, even cars. This shift has allowed consumers to demand better, more convenient ways to purchase vehicles, and automakers are finally beginning to listen. But let's talk about the history of this movement, because there is a lot we all can from the experiences, failures, and trials. At the core of this exciting initiative was the SmartPath program. Officially launched in April 2022, SmartPath has been carefully designed to create a smooth and seamless experience as customers move from online car shopping to the traditional in-store purchasing process. This timing was crucial because as the world dealt with lockdowns and various restrictions, consumer behavior underwent a dramatic shift. More and more shoppers began to seek out convenient and digital options when it came to buying vehicles. SmartPath emerged as a direct result of this newfound demand, truly empowering customers to kick off their car buying journey from the comfort of their own living rooms. With just a few clicks, they could easily explore an extensive inventory, customize their vehicles, and even apply for financing. This innovative platform came packed with features that made the purchasing process easier. Customers could save their progress in what's cleverly referred to as a digital garage. This feature allowed users the flexibility to decide whether they wanted to finalize their purchase online or visit a dealership for a more hands-on experience if they preferred that route. So what makes makes SmartPath such a game changer? One of its standout features is real-time inventory access. Shoppers can effortlessly view the available vehicles across various dealerships, which significantly streamlines their search process and makes it so much more efficient. Besides that, the program shines when it comes to customization options. Buyers have the chance to personalize their vehicles while simultaneously getting real-time pricing, which is outstanding. Let's not forget the fantastic integration of financing options within the platform. This means users can get pre-approved for financing directly from their devices, which drastically reduces the time spent at dealerships. A total win for anyone who's looking to speed up their purchase. However, like any innovative program, SmartPath did face its share of challenges that impacted its effectiveness in the long run. One of the most significant hurdles came from the dealerships themselves. As surprising as that may sound, it turns out that this resistance emerged from a complex set of factors that paints a full picture of the automotive retail landscape. First off, let's talk about profit margins. Dealerships often depend on additional revenue streams coming from financing, insurance, and extended warranties. This is where the direct-to-consumer model starts to create a bit of a pinch. By allowing consumers to bypass traditional dealership interactions, SmartPath puts those well-established income sources at risk. Naturally, this raises questions about the future sustainability of dealerships if they fail to adapt to this shifting market. Then there's the fear of change. Many dealerships have long been rooted in traditional sales techniques, viewing digital solutions as threats instead of recognizing them as valuable opportunities. This reluctance to embrace new technologies has significantly hindered their willingness to adopt innovations that could elevate customer experiences to amazing new heights. In a world where change is the only constant, their resistance raises quite a few eyebrows. Legal constraints further complicate the landscape. Various franchise laws are in place to protect dealership operations, making it challenging for manufacturers like Toyota to implement direct sales without navigating through a maze of legal hurdles. This situation has created an environment where dealerships feel their interests are at risk, leading to a stalemate that stifles progress in the industry. And let's not overlook the issue of inconsistent adoption of the SmartPath initiative itself. Not every dealership has embraced this groundbreaking program. Some were quite open to the idea of digital transformation, while others clung tightly to their traditional sales methods. This disparity inevitably affects the overall customer experience. Buyers walking into different dealerships could find themselves facing drastically different levels of service, which creates confusion and diminishes the potential advantages of the program. When we take a moment to reflect on these challenges and insights, it becomes clear that the SmartPath program reveals some important aspects of the current automotive industry landscape. Toyota's initiative not only underscores the urgent need for innovation, but also highlights the significant hold that traditional sales practices still maintain within the dealership ecosystem. This brings us to a crucial takeaway. Clearly, there are vital lessons that both Ford and Toyota can learn from SmartPath as they navigate their respective strategies moving forward. The current landscape presents a unique opportunity for these companies to rethink their approaches, acknowledging the inevitability of digital transformation while remaining sensitive to the concerns and realities of traditional dealerships. So this leads us to one pressing question. What will their strategy be? The new blueprint. The new blueprint. Now, in the fast-paced and ever-changing world of automobiles, two major players really shine: Ford and Toyota. Right now, these automotive giants are navigating a dynamic landscape that is continuously evolving, driven by new consumer preferences and groundbreaking technological advancements. As Ford and Toyota gear up to adjust to this exciting new environment, it's essential to recognize that the role of dealerships is also undergoing a significant transformation, so fasten your seatbelts as we dive into Ford's ambitious plans for overhauling its operations first. Well, to be honest, Ford's plans are nothing short of ambitious and highly strategic. One of the most noteworthy initiatives is its move towards a fixed pricing model. Now, this isn't just a small change, it represents a complete shift in how the car buying experience will be framed moving forward. Can you imagine this? No more stressful negotiations that can drain the enthusiasm out of even the most eager car buyer. With a fixed pricing strategy in place, prospective customers can walk into a dealership with the clarity of knowing exactly what they will pay for a vehicle right from the start. start. This fresh approach promotes a sense of transparency and trust, qualities that are crucial for success in today's competitive market. Let's dig deeper into the benefits of Ford's fixed pricing strategy. First off, we have simplified transactions. Let's be honest, consumers aren't huge fans of enduring lengthy negotiations when it comes to buying cars, and who can blame them? The process often feels like a high-pressure game where it seems like one side holds all the cards. By eliminating these frustrating hurdles, Ford empowers its customers to make quicker and more informed decisions about their purchases. Just picture walking into a dealership, glancing at the price tag, and feeling the weight lift off your shoulders. That's precisely the kind of uplifting experience Ford aims to create for its valued customers. And speaking of experiences, you're going to love this. Enhancing customer satisfaction is also a top priority for Ford. By reducing the uncertainty surrounding pricing, Ford aims to cultivate a deeper level of trust and loyalty among its customers. When buyers know they won't be caught off guard by a higher final price, they are much more likely to return when it's time for their next vehicle upgrade. Loyalty in the automotive realm translates to repeat business, and Ford is fully committed to building and nurturing that relationship with each and every customer. Now let's shift gears and turn our attention to the operational side of things. With the transition to fixed pricing, dealerships can reallocate their focus away from the exhausting negotiation process and instead zero in on delivering exceptional service. This means that the time and effort once spent haggling over prices can now be redirected toward creating a better overall buying experience. When customers are happy, operations run smoothly, and smooth operations lead to a thriving business model. It's genuinely a win-win scenario for everyone involved. But now, let's move to those high-tech service hubs Ford has in store. These cutting-edge facilities are specifically designed to enhance customer interactions long after the purchase has been made. They can be imagined as one-stop shops for vehicle maintenance and repairs, where efficiency seamlessly intertwines with state-of-the-art technology. So what exciting surprises can customers expect from these high-tech service hubs? For starters, real-time diagnostics play a pivotal role in keeping things running smoothly. By leveraging Internet of Things technology, these hubs can continuously monitor the health of vehicles, providing instantaneous updates that keep customers informed. No more waiting in suspense. Customers can access detailed information about their cars whenever they want. Another standout feature is predictive maintenance. Just imagine Ford being able to predict potential problems before they turn into full-blown disasters. Thanks to advanced data analysis, Ford is capable of analyzing patterns and anticipating when something might go wrong, allowing customers to take preventative action. This proactive approach not only helps ensure that vehicles are running smoothly, but it also fosters a deeper sense of assurance for the customer. Let's now address the enhanced customer experience that these service hubs bring to life. Gone are the days of tedious appointment scheduling over the phone or standing in long lines at the service station. Ford's new online scheduling system allows customers to book appointments with just a few clicks. In addition, mobile apps keep users informed about everything, from the progress of their service to necessary maintenance reminders. Plus, remote diagnostics mean that even when an owner is not physically present, they can still gain valuable insights into what's happening under the hood of their car. But while Ford is making significant waves in this space, Toyota isn't just sitting on the sidelines waiting. Oh no, the company is diving headfirst into a digital transformation journey that's just as ambitious. This approach fosters customer loyalty and trust, akin to Ford's fixed pricing model, which simplifies the car buying process by eliminating negotiation stress. Both automakers are integrating advanced technologies, with Ford focusing on high-tech service hubs for real-time diagnostics and predictive maintenance, while Toyota enhances its service offerings through data analytics. Ultimately, both companies aim to improve customer satisfaction and adapt to the evolving automotive landscape, ensuring a more efficient and enjoyable buying experience for consumers. But what's your thoughts on this? Let's know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.